This is the Big O Show. 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 This is...
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
We're celebrating a new year with new savings at Toyota of Hollywood, the official #1 volume Toyota dealer. Save big on a 24 Corolla, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. We're bringing you deals that strike fast and hard at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt & Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt & Rayom can help. After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
There's just one place where you could drive a new Acura ZDX for only $239 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Good morning, boys and girls. Yes, sir. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. It is Monday. I hope you're hanging in there. I'm doing all right. We're doing better. We are recovering. We're drying up a little bit. We'll see if the voice can last a little while here, but we'll try to do our best. After a full weekend, man. Jesus Christ, everything. Basketball, hockey, soccer, craziness, all kinds of stuff going on, man. So we got a lot of things. Congratulations, by the way, to all the folks that participated in the DCC this weekend. Obviously, the Dolphins event has become just an absolute monster. I hope to actually be a part of it next year. I should be a healthy camper for it. So I'm looking forward to it. But congratulations to all of you raising money for an incredible cause that affects all of us, by the way, because we've all been affected by cancer one way or the other. And if you haven't, you will be, one way or the other. It's not you, it's somebody you know, somebody you love. It's affected all of us. I think it's impossible for cancer not to affect all of us. But I'm sure it has one way or another. And so, we all know the effects of it. So amazing stuff this weekend following all of that. That was really, really cool. So big time congratulations, first and foremost, because that's the good stuff that went on this weekend. That's for sure. That's the real good stuff. The sports and all that. That's the fun stuff. But that's the serious stuff that those folks were battling for a great cause. So congratulations to all of you out there that went out, whatever it is you did. One of the things that I'm now picking up as a hobby and a way of exercising is actually skating. They should add that for the rollerbladers. That they should have a 5K for rollerblades or something like that. So they probably could get some people to do that too. Anyway, so because I know they do the biking and the walking, right, or the running, right. So yeah, add the skating to that. Also, that way maybe you can even have skateboarders and skates. Any way possible. Bring in as many different kinds of people. At least maybe they have it and I don't even know about it, but that's one thing they should add. Anyway, what else do we have going on a very interesting morning? My voice, by the way, I don't think that I'm going to start up the Crypto Bro Show this week. It'll probably be next week. I think by next week, my voice might be back to normal again, and I can put in the wear and tear of two shows a day. I think I could do that, but I will have a little, what Sean can do is make it like a little Crypto Bro Show segment, and I do have some stuff to say, so I'll give you some stuff there on things that are going on, just in case, for those of you that may need a little crypto fix. We'll do that today on the show. No Ira Winderman today. He's traveling, so we're going to get him on Wednesday instead. So Ira will join us in the middle of the week. Yes, sir, Sean Stanley.
I just wanted to say all the cryptos are being uploaded. Also, any segments that you talk crypto are being uploaded to the SoundCloud and all that as well. So you're not missing anything. If you're tuning in, go check that out there.
There you go. So you get those segments either way, and you can at least keep up, and I can, kind of give you some of the stuff that's going on and I know over the week and right now what's going on, people are kind of freaking out, and, Binance has been dumping stuff. So, but I just actually think it's beautiful. To be quite honest, it's actually really beautiful. A beautiful opportunity is the way I look at it. But, that's kind of the way it is. Bitcoin's under 95. It's in 94 range too now. So it's good shit. What do we have here? We got NorCal starting it up. He is puffing early in the morning. Oscar Rojas. He is smashing it in Melbourne. Don't forget to smash the hell out of that like button. Smash it, smash it, smash it. Get it going. Aquavision is in. He's locked and loaded. He's looking for anything from the combine. Let's see what happens at the combine. By the way, why were people freaking out that Chris Greer wasn't talking? He normally doesn't talk at the combine. If anything, he'll do something on the side with the local media somewhere, a private moment, a couple minutes there. But he normally doesn't take the stage. People were freaking out. The schedule is out, and it was like, and by the way, folks, what are they going to tell you? I'm just wondering, what do you want to hear that'll satisfy you? I'm quitting. That's because I get that's the only thing that comes from the people that are overreacting are the people that want the guy fired, right? Well, whatever it is you don't like, they're all here, man. You don't like Tua, he's here. You don't like McDaniel, he's here. You don't like Greer, he's here. You don't like Ross, he owns it. They're all there, dude. So now let's see what develops and hope for the best. I don't have a lot of hope, to be quite honest, because of McDaniel, but I'd love for him to prove me wrong. But the whole people just want to freak out about everything. And there was like this whole thing on social media and well, why doesn't he talk and this and that? And it's like, who gives a shit, dude? What's he going to tell you there that's going to satisfy you anyway? Nothing. It's just a reason for you to bitch about him being there, not being there, or if he's there. Once he is on the podium, you'll bitch about whatever he says there on the podium anyways. So, what is that? Well, I see. Pantera. Okay. Do a little tour. All right. What else do we have here? One-Eyed Jack. Stephen Harris. Thank you, sir. Yes, the passing of Biggie's mother. I saw that this weekend. Biggie's one of those rappers that you love, dude. God. So that the voice, man. Alexis Palenzuela. Gus 1388, Lenny Pena, tough loss last night. It was tied 106, I believe, and I tweeted out when it was tied at 106, and I tweeted out, you got to finish. The NBA is an interesting dynamic, okay? They don't take the regular season seriously. They don't take the game seriously in the regular season. But they'll take the end of the game seriously because they'll try to close it out to get a victory. And you got the best of Milwaukee. You had a lead through 3, and you were tied with 5:02 left when it was 106-106. And you can go and look at my Twitter timeline. And I said, okay, this is good. Now you got to close it out. You got to finish. And Tyler Hero had 40 points yesterday. It's hard to pick on Tyler Hero. But I'll give you this. In the last 5 minutes, the Miami Heat shot 37% for the quarter. They shot 12% from three-point range for the quarter. Down the stretch, Bam missed. Wiggins got blocked. Wiggins missed. Wiggins got a 2-pointer, and Bam got a 2-pointer. You know when they got it? With 1:25 and 42 seconds left. This is at the 5:02 mark when it's tied at 106. You guys don't score, and this is part of your problem. It's a bad team. And I say that because there's not a bunch of people that can score and can take turns at attacking defenses and scoring at will and all that. They don't have that. They have one kid that can get a basket in Tyler Hero. They don't really have that next guy. Wiggins has never proven to be that guy. And all the situations that he's been in, he doesn't have to be the guy. He has to play off of him. So now we're trying to find the guy and then the guys, because, you know, you need 2 stars. And there's passive Bam and Wiggins, who continues to prove that he's just not, you know, he's got the talent and the ability, but not the consistency, the determination, the unwillingness to be denied. You know, just that drive, that just, you got to have it. And sometimes that's why you respect even the guy that may not be as efficient, but he's fearless. And he continues to attack. You know, Westbrook is like that, where he's not necessarily the most efficient guy, but it's not going to deter him. And you just don't have that. And last night was a great example. You had a lead, and then when you had to put your big boy pants on, kind of like the Dolphins, when they got to put their big boy pants on, they get punched in the face, and they go right down to the floor like an Eichenberg snap. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of the way it goes. And right now, the Heat don't have those dogs of the moment. And by the way, in the last 5 minutes, I believe there might have been one Tyler 3 if I go look at the play-by-play. But again, I'm only going to point at Bam and Wiggins because, bro, Tyler scored 40 points. What more do you want from him? You just, you know, you lost because the other guys just did not do enough in key moments. Tyler's kind of carried you, kept you in it. Brother, there's 5 minutes left. Our turn. Let's finish it off. And that's where you don't have it, and Milwaukee had it, and their guys finished it off. And that's where they pulled away, and they win 120-113, and they win by 7 points. When I believe they led by, I want to say it was like 8 after 3 or something like that, Sean. I think, right? I want to say it was 8 points after 3 quarters. They might have led, something like that. So you led, and you ended up losing by 7. It's a 15-point swing from I believe the end of the third quarter to the end of the fourth quarter. you get outscored badly, and it's just, I don't know. Cojones, something that the Dolphins don't have. Yes, sir.
No, you nailed it. They were outscored by 15 in the fourth quarter.
Right. Yeah. So I just that's what I saw when I watched the game, and as I've been telling you, I've been watching them get pushed around. They're soft and they don't have enough dogs in them. But I give Tyler some credit. Okay. And as you know, I'm Tyler's all right, but it's not like I'm in love with Tyler that, oh my God, you got to keep him. If you could trade him, you trade him, bro. This team isn't good enough. This team is going nowhere. I don't see it from the guys. And now you lost Jovic. He's got a fractured second metacarpal. So now you've got a fractured shooting hand. That's going to take a while to heal. And this is a kid that, man, does he need playing time. He needs playing time in a bad way. Okay. Welton, Rayom, we love talking about Jeff Welton, Daniel Rayom. They are absolute ass kickers. They are the left tackle, right tackle that you need to protect yourself from these insurance companies that don't live up to their responsibilities. From protection against laws that are out there that are trying, maybe people trying to spin the law and hurt you. Well, this is why you call Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom, or damage that's been done to you. You need somebody that's going to attack. Well, it's a good thing. They're like left tackles and right tackles, and then they're also like pass rushers. So they're like dual threats, Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom. So whether it's homeowner property damage, condo damage, bankruptcy, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury, criminal defense, call them 954-966-4646. Go to the website, WRFLAlaw.com. And, of course, the consultation's completely free. So if you don't know if you have a case or not, find out. Call 954-966-4646. All right. Jamie Zoria in San Jose, smashing it. Thank you. Don't forget, you can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which we love that. And you can also make a PayPal donation too. That's the other way to support the show. And we encourage that because we get 100% of the donation. We don't mind the super chats. We love the super chats. But of course, they take away 30%, those bastards, from YouTube. Like they really need the money. Anyway, pay us crap for the views and all that stuff. So, yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Good morning, Jake from Palatown, sir. 32 years young today. Oh, happy birthday to you, Jake. Nice. Way to go. Way to go, brother. Happy birthday, my man. Wish I was 32 again. Whew. John Santos. Last night, my stepson had a bad car accident in Port St. Lucie. I called Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom. Jeff is taking my son's case. Nice. Okay. I hope your son's all right, bro. That's the most important part. Jeff and Daniel are going to crush it for you, man. But I hope everything is all right for your son. Thank you, John. Ty in the Bronx. Yader Castro. Ray Varnicus. Let's see. Brian Landis, Cosa Nostra, A-Rod, Skylar Tipton, Lisa Rose, Pat in Asheville. True Fin fan. Hector Carrillo, question, should Miami restructure Tua's contract or leave it as is and walk away if it doesn't work out next year? They're stuck with him for 2 more years. So, not sure what you're hearing or whatever. I know you guys hear all this bullshit out there and people tell you all this and that, and I tell you exactly, usually, how long they're stuck with people, whether you like it or not. So, 2 more years for Tua. So whether you like him or you don't, you're stuck with him for 2 more years. What else do we have here? Matthew Tkachuk is the greatest acquisition since LeBron for South Florida. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I would have to say that. Shula was the greatest acquisition of all time. Then Riley. Then, yeah, I would have to go LeBron because it turned into 2 titles. Now, if Tkachuk gets a second title, he will end up passing LeBron. Why do I say that? Because Tkachuk is going to stay here. It's not a mercenary that came in for 4 years and left. It's a guy that came in and established the culture of the entire team, the tone, and has kept it going till he retires. So he becomes a generational player for a lot of kids. So with another title, Tkachuk passes him. But yeah, you're right. Yeah. Shula, Riley, then LeBron, and then Tkachuk. Yeah, I would go with that. That's good. It's good. Unlike NHL players who play no matter what time of the season it is. Yes, sir, Alex. Yes, sir. Butler has been big for Golden State. For how long will we see Wiggins has been blah for Miami? Wiggins is Wiggins. It's not like you expected a great player. Chris Greer speaks down to Dolphins Nation and fellow Dolphins ask for another. Skylar Tipton. Oh, I know you've mentioned before you're all for trading Hero for all that you could get him. Is there anything he could do that would make you want to keep him at this point? Yeah. But I'm not willing to find out. You got to stay healthy for 2 years. But I don't want to take that chance. That's my problem with that. So I just don't trust him. Still don't trust him. And he's only an offensive player. He does not play defense. LB says Bam needs to go. As a player, he's definitely a backup, not a starter. He doesn't have that dog in him. Great second string guy, but not star quality or scoring. I like him as a 3 to complement the 1 and the 2. But yeah, you're right. He's not a lead guy. I've been saying that for a while. That's why I've called him a super role player. Big Johnson is ready. The hubris of grief of Greer, I guess, and the adulation from some Dolphins to Christ. It's so unwarranted to GM that hasn't hit a single draft pick, and the only free agent was Calais Campbell. Brian Landis. So there you go. I guess you guys got it off your chest. Landis, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats. All right, what else do we have going on? Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar. The amazing Alan Blanco. If your company needs custom printing and embroidery, please call him 786-618-1443. The aforementioned Miami Heat lost to the Bucks 120-113. They dropped to 26-29. They will have Atlanta tonight at 7:30. Tyler Hero, by the way, with 40 points in the loss. And Jovic suffered a fractured second metacarpal, so he is out. Probably for a while. Panthers lose to the Kraken on Saturday, 2-1. Tuesday, they take on Nashville at 8 o'clock. Fort Lauderdale United over Lexington 2-0 on Saturday night. They will take on New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC from the NWSL at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, by the way. So first ever game between the Ladies League here and the NWSL, which is, I think theirs is the USL, right? And then this is the WNSL or something like that. But anyway, the two different leagues collide for the first time ever. Inter ties New York City FC 2-2. Tomorrow they take on KC in the CONCACAF, and my voice is already out. 25 minutes in. 25 freaking minutes in, dude. Brutal. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. Oh, God. Anyway. Oh. Yes, I know. The honey, the lemon, all that stuff. I got it. Still going through the bullshit. Let's see. Buy the dip. What's up, Big O? My construction company has me checking in from Oakley, California today. Be safe. Tom says, I've never been so unhopeful about the upcoming Dolphins season. It's never happened to me that it's this bad. Ever. But what are you going to do, right? Let's see, what else do we have here? I forgot how much of a bust Achan was and how Jonnu did nothing at all. Oh, God. Are you guys really, like, entertaining all this stuff? Like, come on, bro. It's ridiculous. It's like Sealer's like one of the greatest free agent pickups in the history of mankind. You know, it's just whatever, bro. When you've got an axe to grind, you'll, shape it however you want. But again, just air out your grievances. To me, it's, I think it's all bullshit. Do I sit here every day and say Mike McDaniel should be fired? No, but what are you going to do? I'm not a fan of the guy, but he's here. That's it. So since he's here, I'm not hopeful. That's all. But I want him to get fired. Well, they're all here, dude. It is what it is. So it's the same bullshit, and I get it. That's what you get to do on other radio shows. That's what you get to do with other, Dolphin-like shows. You guys just get to sit there and just complain and bitch because that's all we do. You know what I mean? But it just kind of gets boring. I'm kind of bored about bitching about all that stuff. You know, that's just where I'm at. It's just bores the shit out of me already at this point. Okay. All right. Anyway, let me just get to it and avoid maybe what I should just do is avoid the chat board. It's probably what I should do. Since it's useless at this point. All it is grief. San Antonio, by the way, Wemby's out. Popovich with health issues. That's crazy. The other story I saw that is kind of interesting is Matthew Stafford is on the trading block and has nothing to do with the Dolphins, so just get lost. So Stafford's on the trading block. They're trying to move him. So for fun, I'm thinking the only team that would trade for Stafford is a team that is a Stafford away from what they think is a Super Bowl, right? So you start looking around. Buffalo's got their guy. Even though I don't believe in Lamar, but they have their guy in Baltimore. Cincinnati, I don't think they're a Super Bowl team, but they have their guy in Burrow. Houston, I don't look at them as a Super Bowl team, but they have their guy. KC, got their guy. Philly, got their guy. Don't believe in him either, but they want it. Washington, I don't look at him as a Super Bowl contender, but they got their guy. Dallas, don't like him, but they're stuck with him. Detroit doesn't convince me all the way, but they got him. Green Bay, they got their guy. San Fran, they got their guy. So I'm thinking, is Seattle a contender? Not really. You know how screwed up it is? I don't believe in Sam Darnold. I don't believe in Daniel Jones. You're going to put J.J. McCarthy in that role? Windows open and windows close. The Jets had a window, but with Mark Sanchez, it wasn't ever going to happen. The Vikings have a window. Now, will it happen? No, because they're all tied up to all kinds of shit here. But the Vikings is the team that would be perfect for Stafford. They're a Super Bowl contender with Matt Stafford. That running game, their receivers, that defense, that coach, right? Because if I tell you you got the Vikings team and I give you Stafford, Jones, Darnold, and McCarthy, who you picking? Like, it's not even a question mark. So you waste your time with Darnold or Jones now, or developing McCarthy, and your team matures. You got to pay them. You can't keep them together. You ruin the window. So I was just like having fun with it. And to me, that's kind of where it would make sense. Will it happen? No, because the Vikings have put themselves in a situation that it's hard to get out of all that stuff and all the commitments that they have, you know? But if I'm the Vikings, that's the one that I would do right there. God, this shit sucks. Damn. Stafford will be a Dolphin. There you go, true Fin fan. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. All right. I may read some of these quietly. That way I don't use my voice to read them. By the way, thank you, Abel, for the Cash App. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the heads up. It says window has closed. Yes. Yes, the Dolphin window. Yeah. I would agree with that, my friend. The Dolphin window is pretty much closed. Now, it's only closed because of the coach. Because it's just been, monster underachieving. Pat says, little known fact, McDaniel is also the executive chef at Shula's Steakhouse at the Disney Dolphin Resort. Picture sent. Let me see. He does look just like him. That's a good one. Oh, God. You know what? I should send this one. Let me send this to Sean. Maybe you might want to crop it. Sean, but I don't even know if he'll get it here, but we'll see. I think I sent it to you. We'll see if you get it. But that dude does look exactly like him. Wow. That's funny, Pat. That's some funny shit right there. What else do we have going on, folks? Inter Miami, that tie with NYFC. That was awesome, dude. The messy passes were just sick. Ian Frey made a pass to Messi, who then made the assist. Frey took a hit, man. And by the way, in the Fort Lauderdale-Lexington game, what was it? McCain had a through ball to Locklear that was awesome, and then Locklear had the cross in the box back to McCain, who, by the way, Fort Lauderdale United has the golden boot leader of the league in Addie McCain. So, some pretty cool soccer is being played down here. God, my voice. Jesus. Like, it dies out quickly, man. And I thought, I rested all weekend. I wasn't talking a lot. I stayed off the phone. I tried to text as much as possible, not talk. And here I am. It's like, it's brutal, dude. Oh, God. Man. Sean, do me a favor. Give me 2 minutes. Let me see if I can clear my throat a little bit and pick up something here. All right. Thank you, sir.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231. In Plantation, 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
So here we are. I wanted to show you the backyard again because we had some trouble last time, but you know, cuttersedgepro.com does some amazing stuff, and there are the boys and the girl. They're having fun. There we go. Right, Maiden? Right, Bono? There we go. They're having fun. I'm having fun. Look at our Sylvester palm. It is beautiful. We got another one in the front yard like that. You can take your home and landscaping to the next level. And the artificial turf, look at that. Look at that. The two dinosaurs going at it, huh? Look at that. Gotta love the dinosaurs. Look at them. They like to bite each other's legs. That's what they do. They play with each other, and then they bite each other, and they piss each other off. It's fun. One is Bono, which is the one farther away from you, and Maiden. She's the girl right here. She's a badass. That's for sure. So anyway, see the flowers are coming out. Very nice. cuttersedgepro.com, folks. This big tree there will start budding that I'm showing you there soon. It'll have all kinds of flowers. I'll post another video and I'll show it to you. This is a backyard where everybody gets to hang out. Over there in the corner there, I put the barbecue and cook. So that way it's the farthest away from the house, you know. If I light myself on fire or somebody else, we're out in the corner away from everybody. There you go. So you can get some flowers coming out, which is a beautiful thing. And I swear by this artificial turf, it always looks phenomenal. I don't have to cut it. I don't have to water it. And so I'm saving a lot of money, hundreds and thousands in the long run, because I'm not watering or, of course, cutting the grass. And you know, here in South Florida, we cut the grass like every 10 to 14 days.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed.
They're breaking into my house!
Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
Comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O radio show is on. Here's the Big O.
All right. We will try to hang in there as much as we can. All right. By the way, quickly on the crypto stuff. Again, not a financial advisor by any stretch, okay, whatsoever. But let's just call it a mini Crypto Bro show segment right here real quick for those of you out there. We have been given an opportunity right now. There's like a little bit of a battle going on in our government. And a lot of people thought the feds would start quantitative easing instead of tightening, where they're pulling money out of the economy and tightening it, and less money is out there flowing around. So there's less money for lending, there's just less money for business, less liquidity, all that kind of stuff. And so risk assets, from stocks to gold to crypto, Bitcoin, they're all not going to thrive yet at this point in time. There aren't going to be more loans out there for homes and things like that because we have quantitative tightening still going on. And I personally thought we were going to get on a roll because I thought the Feds were going to start to lower the rates, and they didn't. And I think there's a battle that Powell didn't want to lower the rates because he's kind of expecting a lot of spending going on from the government. And if you think about it, there is going to be a lot of spending going on because of a lot of the things that they're doing right now. It's just kind of hidden with all the stuff that they're telling you that they're saving and all that kind of stuff. So he's trying to anticipate what's coming. So he didn't want to ease yet. So I think he's going to have to ease in June. Now he has to. He has no choice. So the Feds kind of put the kibosh on the bull run until June. And I think the government, I think the guys they're pro stocks and all that. I think they want the rates to go lower, but they can't do that now. So they're trying to find as much as they can on their end to try to juice this whole thing and get it going. And then everybody can, make their money. The rich people can make their money. Those of us that invested our pennies in whatever, we'll get to pick up a couple, along the way. But I think that that's kind of what's going on. Eventually, inflation's not going anywhere. And we're never getting to 2%, as I've been telling you for a while now. That's all just fun and games, and they have fudge with the numbers. Eventually, quantitative easing will come, and it'll happen probably in June. So you have now till maybe June, possibly, I think, it looks like it, to accumulate more Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever it is that you like out there. And altcoins have taken an absolute beating. But everything is there. All the lawsuits from the SEC are being dropped against Coinbase, against Robinhood. It is all pro-crypto from here on out. Regulations are coming in. Eventually, these Bitcoin reserves, some will pass in the States. We're going to have the one for the U.S. All the catalysts that you need for the bull run are all going to happen. They're all going to happen. Saylor today bought $2 billion in Bitcoin. Canary Capital has filed for an H-bar ETF, which is why H-bar is the only one that's pumping right now, overall. And that'll come down to eventually because of everything going on. And the good thing is that the Bybit, they covered everything. So after the hack, they were able to cover all of that. So that's good too. Okay. But I think you've all been given a break. I've been given a break. We're given a break to accumulate a little bit more before the crazy bull run starts. So take advantage, not a financial advisor, but that's the way I'm looking at it. Okay. By the way, I threw it out there. I gave it to my friends over the last couple of days, but I've given it to all of you before, and I want to remind you again. Not a financial advisor. Never have been, never will be. Do your own homework. But I put it out there on Twitter, on Threads, on Blue Sky, Instagram. Alethea Liquid Intelligence Token. I gave it to you a couple of years ago at 88,000 of a penny. And it went to 9 cents. So we 10x'd it. Sold a bunch, came back down, hung around the 2 cent area, 1 cent area, 1.5, 2.5, around there for a long time. then it's crashed. It's gone back under a penny. So I'm loading up again because I think it'll pass the 9 cents. Okay. The acronym is ALI, ALI. You could check out the tweet. Mark Cuban is one of the investors. No. Doesn't really take a lot of intelligence to follow what smart people do. So I'm not smart, but I'm smart enough to know Mark Cuban's got a lot of money involved in this. Yeah, AI is going to be kind of important. And they specialize in NFTs, which I'll give you an example. Soon you will go to McDonald's and you will face a screen, not a human being. And that screen is going to talk to you, not like text. Physically, a face. That's going to be an NFT through AI. The AI brings the NFT to life. And then we'll converse with you, we'll talk to you, we'll answer your questions. That's coming. That's AI. That's NFTs clashing with AI. So you'll get it in the drive-thru, you'll get it at the counter, you'll get it airline, whatever. You're gonna have talking NFTs that are going to be answering and doing your whatever it is. So, and Mark Cuban also owns a casino now. Dealer, NFT, AI, poker. A lot of things, So, hey, not a financial advisor. I don't know shit. I don't know diddly poo. Okay? As Mr. Mora would say. But you do your own homework. Kanye West says he's going to build his own blockchain. I close with this. Should we call Ozzy Osbourne and then just create the theme songs already created? Because if Kanye West is going to have a blockchain, it's going to be the crazy train. All right. That's it. I'm done.
The Crypto Bro Show is solely for entertainment purposes. Orlando Alzagari and his guests are not financial advisors or investments consultants. If you ever plan to invest, make sure you do your homework, talk to a professional, and understand investing is very risky and volatile. Good luck in any of your investments, and only invest what you're willing to lose.
That's the whole segment right there. He just adds the open to it, and that's it right there. All right. Oh, man. I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. What are your thoughts on supercomputer? I've already talked about this. When quantum computing finally gets there, everybody will add quantum computing extensions, and it's all over. It's just, the problem with all of this, D-Mao, is that people aren't informed, and they don't really understand everything that goes on. So when dumb-ass Elizabeth Warren will say, well, they're money laundering and criminals only use Bitcoin, and the stupid-ass biatch, it's like, no, criminals don't want to be on the blockchain because you can see everything that they're doing and where they're going. Look at the hack now. They've sent it to all wallets, and they've tracked everything. They know exactly where everything's going. Some of it will be trapped and they won't be able to get it. They'll get a little bit of it, but they're going to be trapped. Like a couple that stole billions, they couldn't really end up cashing it out because they close you off. They know exactly what you stole, and then they tell all the exchanges. So unless there's a, wild exchange that's off the beaten path, but those exchanges, if they want to take that business, they're going to be screwed, because then when they need real banks to clear out their other customers, they're going to go, no, dude, you're handling dirty shit. We don't want to give you money. So it's, you understand, there's a if you find an exchange that wants to take your stolen Ethereum or whatever and convert it to cash, everybody's going to know what exchange converted it, because it's all on an open ledger. So now all the banking institutions are going to know, okay, that exchange is dirty. We're not dealing with them, and they block you out, and that's it. And Better Business Bureaus or whatever will not save you, because they don't want to be a part of that either. So this is the problem with quantum computing. This is the problem with hacking. This is the problem with crypto. This is the problem with the blockchain. This is the problem with Bitcoin. It's a lack of information. It's a lack of education, because most of the world doesn't know what the hell is going on. So then they throw them out and they scare your ass, and you dumbasses go out and sell. Just like now, Bybit gets hacked and morons are selling their crypto. Why? The hack has nothing to do with you or me or anybody else. It will not affect us in any way. It was a mistake made by the owner of Bybit, and they covered the 1.5 billion to their credit. To their credit, they covered it. That's a damn good exchange. They covered it. They found a way. God bless them. That's, again, if you kept your money on an exchange, you're an imbecile. We've been telling you forever, please get a cold storage wallet. But the biggest problem that I continuously have with all of this DMAO is a lack of education. And then you DMAO quantum computing, and it's that gif of what is it, Squidward or whatever the hell it is, and SpongeBob, and they're running around inside the cave, that and it's panic and all that kind of stuff. That's what it looks like. Oh, quantum computing is going to ruin it. No, dude, everybody puts on quantum computing extensions and we're done. It's over. But we're not there yet. So it's all good. Don't worry about it. That's our problem, my brother. Education. Well, we're not going to fund anymore. Anyway, let's see. What else do we have? Jay Gelfin, good Monday morning, Orlando. Sean, chat crew, thank you, sir. Yes, FTO, we talked about it. Big O, since you do radio, what do you think looks like work? Yeah, what? Since you do radio, do you think you can do auctions? Bro, you're wasting my fucking voice on this, Anthony. Come on, bro. I mean, come on, man. I don't have much of a voice. Don't waste my voice on bullshit, bro. Seriously. I like you, bro, but don't waste my time on bullshit right now. I don't have time for it. And I don't have the voice for it. Ray, thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. Says, I need my wingman for Friday. Get well. No shot, bro. No shot. There's no way my voice gets good enough to, we can hang on Friday, but we can't. I will not smoke. I can already tell you. So there it is. That's the chef right there. Pat in Nashville sent me that right there. How about that? He's the executive chef at Shula's Steakhouse at Disney Dolphin Resort. That's the executive chef. at Disney Dolphin Resort. If that's not Mike McDaniel, I don't know what is. David Furones posted the Mike McDaniel speech before the DCC for the crowd. I forgot how many I counted on. Oh, God.
16.
It was 16. Just a few seconds. It's like a minute and a half or something, and he had 16 of them. Oh, man. Too much. Too much.
Some of them could have started the run and finished it by the time he finished it.
Oh, God. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Justice, I already talked about it. You can rewind a little bit. I talked about what I saw in the Heat game and broke it down myself. So you can check it out there, my brother. It all is there, my friend. If McDaniel was a sailor, he'd be on the USS He would be with what's that McHale's Navy, to date myself, right? As a kid, I would see the reruns of McHale's Navy. And that's where Mike McDaniel would belong. For you youngins, that is so old that it's not even my time. I had the reruns for McHale's Navy. Now, the reruns in the 70s of McHale's Navy was kind of fresh still, in the 70s. But now it's a long time. So most of you aren't going to know anything, but he would be perfect in McHale's Navy. That you could see Mike McDaniel's character in McHale's Navy. Like, perfect. No doubt. Yeah. He would fit ideally in there. Okay. Oh, one note on the Heat when you think about it. Like, they couldn't finish last night. Well, it took them an overtime to beat a bad Raptors team. So this is we're in for a long second half, by the way. A very long second half, unfortunately. Hey, by the way, any of you single men and women out there, J-Lo and Ben Benifer are no longer Benifer. Okay? They are officially divorced and officially single. For those of you that are looking for that next, person that you're looking to fall in love with, J-Lo and Ben Affleck are available now for any of you out there. Okay? Two people that are not for relationships, two people that I get it, J-Lo's super hot. So, what man's going to turn down J-Lo? But what you do is you can't marry her. That's what you can't do. Oh, God. Those two are not for relationships. All right, let's get to some musicians celebrating birthdays today on February 24th. Colin Farley, bassist for Cutting Crew, born in this date in 1959. George Thorogood, singer-songwriter, born in 1950. I Drink Alone, Nobody Else. Rupert Holmes. Do you like pina colada? Getting caught in the rain. Born in 1947. Let's see who else. Lonnie Turner, bassist with the Steve Miller Band. Paul Jones with the British group Manfred Mann, born in 1942. That is it for musicians born on this date. Let's go with other famous folks celebrating birthdays. Steve Jobs was born on this date in 55. We lost him in 2011. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is 48 years old today. Brittany Raymond, TV actress, she is 30 years old today. Anthony Mateus dos Santos, futbolista, he is 25. O'Shea Jackson Jr., movie actor, is 34. Phil Knight, Mr. Nike himself, entrepreneur, is 87 years old. Who else is celebrating a birthday? Dennis Law, futbolista, born in this state in 40. We lost him in 2025, just recently. Kristen Davis, my favorite of the Sex and the City girls was Kristen Davis, actually. I always end up picking the one that's not the most popular one. Because everybody wanted what's her name? Lassie, whatever. But I was more of a Kristen Davis guy. I was more of a Chrissy. Of a Janet, not a Chrissy. I was more of a not Ginger, but Marianne. I don't know. I always end up liking the other in what's it called? Charmed, right? I gravitated to, I think is it Piper? Was the more mature one? She's the one that lasted throughout the whole show. Obviously, we all know that this woman is the hottest one of them all. What's her name? Who's the boss girl? Obviously, she was the hottest one. But the others were very good looking too. So just kind of, it's interesting. But it's just kind of the way it goes with me sometimes. Weird. Who else? Billy Zane, actor, is 59. There we go. All right. There is one wrestler here, and I'm sure you'll have him. So, Sean Stanley, give us your wrestlers.
I thought you would have two, but we'll find out.
I only have one.
Kentaro Oki was born on this date in 1929. We lost him in 2006. Corey Graves turns 41 today. And Shinsuke Nakamura turns 45. Those are your birthdays for February 24th, 2025.
Yep, that's the one. That's the only one I had here.
I guess they don't do the announcers. Corey Graves stayed on. Well, he was a wrestler, got too many concussions, turned to an announcer. They're both in WWE, which is why I thought they would both be on there. But I guess they just had the wrestler.
Yeah, I just overlooked it just for the hell of it to make sure. And I was right. It is not there. Let's go with rock history, right? A little music history on February 24th. What happened today in music history? In 1992, Nirvana frontman Kurt Cobain married Hole's Courtney Love in Waikiki, Hawaii. In 93, in the 35th annual Grammy Awards, Red Hot Chili Peppers won Best Hard Rock Performance with vocal for Give It Away. U2 took home the trophy for the Best Rock Performance by a Duo Group with vocals for Achtung Baby. And 9 Inch Nails scored gold for Best Metal Performance for Wish. In 2000 at the Grammys, Carlos Santana performed and was the big winner, pocketing 8 trophies for his album Supernatural. In 82, John Lennon and Yoko Ono won the Grammy for Album of the Year for Double Fantasy. That is a great album, by the way. Double Fantasy is such a fantastic album, but please give Yoko Ono no credit. In 76, the Eagles Greatest Hits became the first album to be certified platinum by RIAA for sales of 1 million copies. In 98, Virgin Records sued one of their biggest acts, the Smashing Pumpkins, for breaching of contract and non-delivery of albums. They alleged that the band was contractually obligated to deliver 7 albums, but only completed 3 of them. The suit sought compensatory damages, interest, and reimbursement of legal costs. It was resolved 2 weeks later when the band agreed to give Virgin more LPs for an increased rate on royalties. And that's what happened today in music history. And they gave them increased rates, and they had no hits whatsoever. Right. Anyway, it is what it is, as they say. No, they did have a couple hits. I'm screwing around. What else do we have? Yes, Kim Cattrall is, that's the one that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted Kim Cattrall. Everybody wanted Lassie. You know. Okay. All right, so we've got the Dolphins headed to the combine this week. I don't really give a shit about whatever talk they have going on, whether McDaniel talks or not, or Chris Greer talks or not. The good thing about all of this is it all comes to a head this year. That's the best part. Is that something will get answered one way or another. They either have success and they continue, or they fail and we go through a rebuild and all that. Because you and I know, as much as I may like the front office, okay, they're not going to survive if they have no success this year. If they don't win a playoff game, they're not going to survive. They're not, because they're the ones that hired the head coach. So obviously the head coach is not going to survive. So everything, one way or another, comes to a close. You know what I mean? On that end. For those of you that I'm a Tua guy, I don't think Tua goes anywhere for a couple of years because of the fiscal responsibility that they have, because his contract starts this year. You're not going to get rid of it that quickly. You know what I mean? And if he's actually smart this year, which we'll see, because he has a tendency of doing stupid things out there. But if he's smart this year and actually plays like he played 2 years ago, he will justify keeping him again next year. You know what I'm saying? So whoever comes in will use him for 1 year, and then they know that they'll start getting some relief in that third year when they get really in a preferred situation. You'd keep him for that third year, then release him. But you'll take the cap hit and move on and whatever. But you're stuck at least 2 more years. To me, it's not stuck, but it's just, if McDaniel doesn't have success, it's just a domino effect that's going to affect everything else, unfortunately. So it doesn't really matter what Chris Greer is not talking this week, in the podium, but it doesn't matter if he was or not, or what McDaniel says. Nothing is going to change. It's up to them to have a great offseason, but the most important part is, can McDaniel put it all together in the offseason to actually perform at a high level and efficiently in the regular season? That's really what it's all about. The rest is the same bullshit that we go through every year, where we try to pick ourselves up from another disappointing season to lift ourselves up, to try to buy into free agency. And then we get excited for the draft for a couple of days. And then we start following the process of each of these silly little camps that really don't do anything except mental reps for the players. And then we go through a preseason where they don't really hit that much anyway. So you don't really get a feel for the team. And when we start the 2025 season, we're pretty much going to know what we know right now. Nothing. Until they take the field, until that coach proves to us that he can put it all together, none of this shit means anything, dude, anymore. To be quite honest. Because it doesn't matter. The team should have won 3, 4, 5 more games last year with the same talent. And it didn't because you have an inefficient coach. So stop worrying about who talks in the combine or what they say in the offseason or who they draft or whatever bullshit that goes on. It all starts in week 1. And if they don't figure that shit out, next offseason will be more changes are coming. And I don't look forward to it at all, because that means it's back to the drawing board to what? We have no idea if it'll ever work. So we really need McDaniel to like wake the hell up and figure it out, to be quite honest. Because if not, it's the same vicious cycle that we've been at for 40 years. I had some guy on Twitter talk about how was it again? Let me just bring it up here. I'm not going to pull it up in front of you guys here and try to go search for it, but I could probably find it a lot faster in my hand here and just go to my phone. Here we go. Don't you know that Shula put a curse on the team until they until the signal from Neptune's depths return to the helm of the white, forever shall be the victory be denied. And then I just put, don't you know Shula started this finesse approach with Marino, and it exists till this day. Until they learn to kick ass and be physical on both sides of the line of scrimmage, nothing changes. San Francisco and Washington in the 80s, Bills in the 90s, Baltimore and Buffalo in the 2000s, common denominator, soft. It's no curse. It's no Indian burial ground. It's simple. Get back to the basics. Win at the line of scrimmage. Coach tough. Develop a tough team. The rest is all bullshit, dude. The rest is crap. So if this coach doesn't know how to create a tough team, which definitely looks like he doesn't, nothing changes. But if you want to get on the hamster wheel of the offseason, go ahead and get on the Dolphin hamster wheel in the offseason. Work yourselves up for the free agency and the draft and whatever word you can want to hang on that they say in training camp or in a pre-draft press conference or at a combine. You go ahead and hang in there. None of it means shit till September and when they start to prove it all the way into January. And if they don't do that, that's what it's all about, baby. That's what it's all about. All right. Let's see. Big O, not trying to be funny. Imagine if Zach Milson finds out that J-Lo is single, he won't hesitate to play for the Dolphins. Oh, Zach Martin. Oh, Milson. Okay.
Yes. Zach Wilson.
Wilson. Yes. Wilson. Not Martin. Wilson. Yes. The MILF Buster. McDaniel could have played the role of a bumbling ensign, right? Is how it's pronounced. Charles Parker, Tim Conway on McHale's Navy. Exactly. That's it. Buy more so with this dip and wait and see if CAS goes back under 9 and get more. I keep buying CAS right now. If it goes under 9, fantastic. Buy it at 9, buy it at 10. I wouldn't be screwing around with CAS, but I just buy. Right now it's at a buying zone for me. That's the way I look at CASPA. So, yes. Let's see. Oh, you have a much healthier view of who talks and who doesn't at the combine. Mike from Dolphins Talk lost his shit because Greer isn't speaking. Oh, well, I mean, it's whatever, man. I don't really care. None of it means anything to me. You know what I mean? That's his thing. Go for it. Knock yourselves out. To me, it means nothing whatsoever. Let's see. We need a front office to hit on 3 fat hogs that can win at the line. You can hit on the hogs. Do you have the guy that can coach the hogs up? Do you have the head coach? That's the question. They had talent to win much more games this year, and they didn't because of that. So that's where I kind of like, I kind of go the other way. Doesn't matter what you get. That guy doesn't know how to cook. That's the problem. You don't have the right chef. It doesn't matter what you do. That's why I don't get hung up on what they say or even who they draft, dude. Won't matter to me. Chris Greer can have a phenomenal offseason. The guy that's on the sidelines is going to fuck it up every single time. I don't know how clear I have to be on that, but the guy on the sidelines is going to fuck it up every single time. He won't get a play in on time. He'll hurt his offense. He'll hurt his running game. He won't stick with the run. He won't develop a physical team. His team never has any discipline with pre-snap penalties. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter to me if they get 3 hogs. Just doesn't matter. You had Jonnu Smith and you refused to use him for the first month of the season. Why? You refused to incorporate a big receiver. Why? So it does not matter what you get. Chris Greer can have the greatest offseason. The guy that's coaching the team doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And that shit is proven every year. That's why I was laughing the other day. I forgot who sent the tweet out or whatever. It's like something about got to pay my season tickets, but hey, this is our year. Like, that's what's making you feel better about paying a lot of money? Because you're trying to convince yourself of a lie? Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not paying for season tickets, period, but I'm not going to lie to myself either and try to convince this is our year. With what, dude? It's what? What the hell is that guy proving this is our year? Isn't proving jack shit. So it doesn't matter what 3 or 4 hogs you get. You don't have the guy on the sidelines that can put it all together. And that's the biggest problem that you have right now, I feel, personally. Big O, you ready to lock in a ticket to Madrid when the Dolphins play? You know what I got to do? And I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to do a GoFundMe for our trip. I'm going to talk to Sean to try to set this thing up because he's got to help me with all this technical crap. But we're going to do a GoFundMe. So we're going to do it. Sponsors, whatever. Obviously, I'm going to get sponsors involved and all that. I'm going to try to get sponsors involved, obviously, because it's an expensive ass trip for me and Sean to go to Spain. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure. So we are going to probably do a combination of sponsors and a GoFundMe. So if you guys want us there to cover the event, we will go. It'll be the only one. I don't want to travel for anything else this year. We did some traveling last year, and I love meeting the people, but I am not traveling again. I'm not doing it. Not for this team. I won't. I'm not doing it because I don't think it's our year. It's not our year. You know, by any stretch whatsoever. But I will go to a once-in-a-lifetime trip to see and cover the team in Barcelona. And who knows, maybe they're actually good at that moment. What game is that? What week is that? Could it be inspiring by that point? Now that I think about it.
It looks like it's going to be more toward the middle of the year, I believe, because they announced the other game. Is that the Germany or whatever the other game is, as at the beginning of the season, first week, the Chargers. So they're thinking the Dolphins will be further along, but they have not announced an exact date or who.
So if we go to that one and we're, 6-1, 5-2, 7-1, or whatever, then maybe it actually, if not, if we're 3-3 and the same bullshit and all that, then it's just the novelty of being there. And it's cool. And yo soy Basco. So since, my peoples are from Spain, my last name, Alzuaray, is Spanish. So that would be cool. But yeah, I think that's how we'll do it. We'll do a GoFundMe. We'll come up with a billboard and one of those QR codes. Sean will create all that crap because I don't know how to do any of that shit. And we'll do it that way. We'll do a combination. I'll reach out to sponsors and we'll try to do that because we got to get those tickets early, big time, to save money. So that's how we'll do it. How about that? Okay. So hopefully. I can't blame you, Big O. I wouldn't want to travel to watch these Finns either. It's just, I know people will say, oh, why are you being so negative? I'm not being negative, dude. I'm being completely honest. Sorry. Honest. Riley hasn't had his fastball for a while. The Heat aren't very good. Honest. Panthers are a phenomenal organization right now. They're the best in town. It's honest. It's not good or bad. It's just I'm not trying. I don't need this shit, dude. I don't need to go create, drama and all that kind of shit. That's not my style. So I'm not trying to tell you, trying to be negative because it's I want to stir it up. I don't give a shit about that. Don't care. I love the Dolphins either way. I'm going to watch them either way. I'm going to root for them either way. But I know my team is not very good because the guy on the sidelines cannot maximize whatever you give him. He can't maximize it. He doesn't. This is a guy that starts Tyler Huntley and doesn't really change the offense. Until a month later when he figures it out. Some of the stupid shit that goes on with Mike McDaniel is inexcusable. Okay? Inexcusable. So that's my problem. Anyway. I respect your honesty on the fish. Oh, I can't argue with you. Only thing is, I hope it's Ross gets the right people in place after he cleans house and doesn't blow the hires yet again. Well, that's, it's Mickey Arison buying the team. And the first thing he does is he goes and he gets Pat Riley. And the rest is Viola and Sifu, they take over the Panthers, and they inherit a legend at the moment. A guy that what he did in Chicago was amazing. And he did draft a couple of really good players here, but his teams lacked toughness. Remind you of anything that's been going on for 40 years with some mammal? So they had to get rid of him. And the owners brought in Bill Zito. And the rest is history. Zito has proven to be the guy that can set the tone, get the right coaches, get the right players, get the right attitude. He saw exactly what a lot of us saw, and I kept saying the Panthers are complete, wussies. We were using the Meow Mix theme song for the Panthers, how soft they were. They saw that, they addressed it, boom. And you're right. It's about Ross has just not been able to put the right group of people together. But notice that, Sifu and Viola, they assessed their situation a few years in, and they made the tough decision, and it was game-changing, franchise-altering. Mickey made it right from the get-go. Now, Mickey didn't inherit Dale Talon, a proven executive who had won a couple of cups in Chicago, all that kind of stuff. So it was a little bit more different for Viola and Sifu that they go and inherit a hell of a GM, but unfortunately he wasn't a hell of a GM anymore for you. He was for Chicago, not for you. So you had to change. And wow. And that's when ownership gets their due, when they know how to put the right people in place. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Good morning, Captain Saki. It's a total washout today, but not the Big O show in Tarpon Springs. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you, my man. By the way, Brady Tkachuk is on the trading block. And don't start with the Dolphin fan thing. Of course, we would like him here with the Panthers, but the Panthers are absolutely loaded. But I was thinking about that going, it would be fun to have the brothers, but it looks like the Rangers are the team. But, man, those teams up in Canada, they have a hard time. Like the Ottawa Senators, they have a hard Calgary. It's like they have a hard time keeping players. They just don't want to be up there. Vancouver, whatever. Crazy, dude. That's what it is. Vancouver and Ottawa and just these places that they get stars, and eventually the stars have to be traded somewhere else. So Brady, would be fun to have the brothers here. It'd be like having athletic scoring Hanson brothers. Better looking too, by the way. What up, Bo? Checking in late from LA, smoking up in traffic, listening to the Big O show. Smash it, folks. Thank you, sir. Let's see. So it is what it is. All right, folks. I appreciate all of you out there as always. As you can tell, my voice is still hurting, so I am going to call it a day. Thank you all out there. We shall, thanks to Sean Stanley, we shall see you tomorrow, same time, same place, same bat channel.